Yes, my people, I hope everyone's doing absolutely fantastic. You done already, family. Galser is back again, bro. Here to preview everything that there is to preview for Matchday 10 in the Premier League. Some of the topics that we'll cover in this video include Arsenal, who will be taking on Sheffield United at the Emirates Stadium, Tottenham Hotspur, who will be taking on Crystal Palace at Selhurst Park, and of course, the Manchester Derby, which will take place at Old Trafford. And we're also very briefly going to talk about the Champions League action that went on during this week. So if any of that does interest you, stick around. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Tell a friend, and let's get it cracking, bro. So Matchday 10 does of course kick off at Selhurst Park, where Crystal Palace will be taking on Tottenham Hotspur. Crystal Palace, they got absolutely destroyed in their last game against Newcastle, I believe. And then as for Tottenham Hotspur, they done their thing against Fulham, played exceptionally well. I have no doubt in my mind that Tottenham Hotspur will get the 3 points in this game. It would be shocking if Crystal Palace even get a draw, bro, but I really don't see it. I don't think it'll be a bloodbath, but I think Tottenham will do their thing. That's why I'm going to go for Crystal Palace 1, Tottenham Hotspur 2. We then, of course, head over to Stamford Bridge, where Chelsea will be taking on Brentford. Chelsea absolutely bottled their last game against Arsenal, fam. It would be massive if they go on to win this game, because I'm telling you, their last game against Arsenal, there was a lot of positives to take away from that game. So if they can take those positives and put into this game, they might come out on top. But Brentford, they were absolutely cooking in their last game. A 3-0 victory against Burnley, I believe. They done really, really well. It's going to be a tough test for both sides. I think it'll probably be a relatively equal game. I'm going to go for Chelsea 1, Brentford 1. We then, of course, head over to the Emirates Stadium, where Arsenal will be taking on Sheffield United. Arsenal, they are due a humbling, fam. Let me know in the comments down below if you think that Sheffield United can potentially cause an upset at the Emirates Stadium, fam. That would be absolutely brazy. But anyways, Arsenal got absolutely lucky in their last game against Chelsea, fam. Very lucky to get that draw. And as for Sheffield United, they actually put in a decent performance in the last game against Man United. But Man United were able to just, get the 3 points anyways. They were able to scumbag that one. Sheffield United will definitely be playing with a chip on their shoulder, fam. I think they're going to give Arsenal a real run for their money, fam. I can't lie still. That's why I kind of feel that, they might cause an upset, bro. They just might. In a game like this, fam, I'm telling you, it just might happen. But they'll probably fall short. A part of me still feels that they'll probably fall short. And most likely will. But anyways, I wouldn't be surprised if Arsenal blaze like 3 goals past them, but I think it might be relatively close. Only because Sheffield, they were able to, challenge United a little bit. So that's why I'm going to go for Arsenal 2, Sheffield United 1. We then, of course, head over to the Vitality Stadium, where Bournemouth will be taking on Burnley. I don't expect too much from this game. Both teams got fist up in their last game, but more so Burnley, though. Definitely more so Burnley compared to Bournemouth. Bournemouth, they might be able to score in this game, maybe getting like a 1-0 or something like that. I think they have a better chance of potentially getting 3 points, but I think it is going to be a bit of a snooze fest. That's why I'm going to go for Bournemouth 0, Burnley 0. The last and final fixture on Saturday for Matchday 10 in the Premier League is, of course, at the Molineux Stadium, where Wolves will be taking on Newcastle. Wolves in recent games have been able to scrape points. They got a good win in their last game, but again, they've been able to scrape points, fam, especially on the road. They've been able to do their thing a little bit. And as for Newcastle, they absolutely blew Crystal Palace away in their last game. Played exceptionally well in that one. Yeah, I do favor Newcastle to get the 3 points, but going up to the Molineux Stadium is a bit of a tough task, or not even a bit. It is a tough task, bro. So it might be a close one. I reckon it'll be a close one. That's why I'm going to go for Wolves 2, Newcastle 2. Then, of course, head over to the London Stadium, where West Ham will be taking on Everton. West Ham, they got absolutely fists up in their last game against Aston Villa, bro. Them never had a clue, bro. Let's just say that. And as for Everton, very unlucky in their last game against Liverpool. Could have at least gotten a draw out of that game. That challenge with Ashley Young, or whatever it was, it was a bit soft, I will admit, but it be what it be, fam. They call it a penalty. They call it a penalty, fam. It really be what it be, but it was a bit harsh. And part of me feels that Everton will be playing with a chip on their shoulder, but the other half of me says that Everton might not be too up for this game, fam. You know them way there, and they're playing away as well, so that is not really playing in their favor. Their away record isn't the best. Even their home record is pretty shambolic. But anyways, Everton, they might be able to get a draw. Just might. I think it's very unlikely though. Probably be able to get a goal though. Probably, but I'm going to go for West Ham 2, Everton 0. If Everton managed to pick up points here, that would be absolutely massive. And it would be a good way to bounce back after that whole Merseyside derby. Following that, we do of course head over to the Amex Stadium where Brighton will be taking on Fulham. Brighton, they did lose their last game against Manchester City, but I think there was a few positives to take away from that game, fam. They did have their moments when they were playing pretty well. At least individual players were playing pretty well. As for Fulham, a bit of the same thing. I think their last game against Tottenham, even though they did lose 2-0, there was some positives to take away from that game. They were trying, fam. It wasn't like they were playing absolutely shambolic, bro. They did play poor, but they were trying, and even the substitutes that they made in that second half of that game, they were decent changes, fam. And you can tell that they were trying, but it just wasn't enough on the day. So maybe they'll be able to pick up something against Brighton. Brighton, they blow hot and cold, fam. They're very bipolar. You don't know when they're going to play well and when they're going to play poorly. So Fulham might be able to get a job done against Brighton, fam. However, Brighton, I think they might bounce back. It's been some time. It's been several weeks since they last got a win. So I think this might be their time to bounce back against Fulham. So I'm going to go for Brighton 3, Fulham 1. After that, we do of course head over to Villa Park where Aston Villa will be taking on Luton Town. Aston Villa, as I already mentioned, absolutely blew away West Ham in their last game. And as for Luton Town, a very interesting game against Nottingham Forest, a pretty back and forth game that they had, and they ended up drawing the game 2-2. I don't think they're going to do anything at Aston Villa. Aston Villa are on smoke, and specifically Ollie Watkins is doing his thing, bro. He's been playing really well. He's becoming more consistent at goal scoring. So I think Aston Villa will most likely have the time of their lives, fam. So with that being said, I'm going to go for Aston Villa 4, Luton Town 1. I highly doubt that Luton Town will put in any kind of performance against Aston Villa. Moving on, we do of course head over to Anfield where Liverpool will be taking on Nottingham Forest. Liverpool, relatively lucky in their last game in the Merseyside derby against Everton, fam. Able to snatch away those 3 points, fam. They did scrape it. And as for Nottingham Forest, a very interesting 2-2 draw in their last game. Can Nottingham Forest, fam, let me know in the comments down below. Can Nottingham Forest potentially cause an upset at Anfield? Bro, if these men get at least a point out of this game, that would be absolutely massive for them. But I don't know. I see it very... I think if Nottingham Forest were playing at home, I can see that happening. But the fact that they're playing at Anfield, bro, it just becomes more unlikely. But who knows, fam? Maybe it can happen, fam. Maybe, just maybe it can happen. Liverpool weren't all that in their last game. So performance-wise, they weren't all that. They done well to see the game out, but performance-wise, overall, they weren't really all that. And that's why I think Nottingham Forest might have a chance. Just might have a chance. But again, it's probably unlikely just because they're playing at Anfield. But anyways, it might be a close game, but I think it is highly unlikely. I think Liverpool will probably put in a dominant performance. That's why I'm going to go for Liverpool 3, Nottingham Forest 0. The last and final fixture to conclude match day 10 in the Premier League is of course at Old Trafford for the Manchester derby. Manchester United taking on Manchester City, the biggest fixture of this match day, and a fixture I'm looking forward to, fam. I can't even lie. Man United, they've been absolutely shambolic, bro. They've been scraping points, fam, and they are due a humbling. I really do believe that they are due a humbling. However, I don't think it's gonna happen in a game like this. I really don't think it's gonna happen in a game like this. It's too obvious, bro. Manchester City, you can see the faults that they have in the game. I think defensively they're not as strong. Just overall, they're not as strong. Attack is still looking decent, but overall they're still not as strong. But in a game like this, fam, we already know that form does go completely out the window. They're both going to be very up for this game. I don't think it's going to be a bloodbath, bro. I can't lie. I do favor Manchester City to get the win for obvious reasons, but I don't think it'll be a bloodbath. I think it'll probably be very, very level. And I'm telling you, both teams are going to be very up for this game. If Manchester United get a win against Manchester City, bro, not only would it, like, you know, inflate their ego, fam, that would save Ten Hag, bro. It really would, fam. It would save his job, fam. I'm not even... Bro, I'm serious, bro. It really, really would, but I don't see it happening. I do, again, I heavily favor Manchester City to get the win. I can see a draw, though. I'm not even gonna lie. Part of me can see a draw. So, with that being said, I'm gonna go for Manchester United 1, Manchester City 2. I do heavily favor Manchester City to get the 3 points in this game. I think they'll just breeze past them. I don't think it'll be a bloodbath. I really don't think it'll be that kind of game, but I think they'll just get the win. I really do think that. And very briefly, fam, we did of course have Champions League action this week. Arsenal, a great performance against Sevilla, fam, a 2-1 win for them. Gabriel Jesus was unplayable in this game, scored a fantastic goal. And I think Arsenal will potentially take that performance going into this weekend. And Man United, fam, against Copenhagen, they caught life, bro. Man like Onana revived his career, got that save in the 90+ minute from a penalty. Really poor on Copenhagen's behalf, bro. I don't know how they missed that, but Man United caught life, bro. I'm telling you. But aside from that, let me know in the comments down below what else you enjoyed from this week in the Champions League. And yeah, fam, also let me know what match you're looking forward to the most during Matchday 10. What team is going to play the best, what player is going to play the best, all that stuff in the comments down below. And like always, fam, I hope everyone's doing absolutely fantastic, and I will see you guys soon.